You know what's crazy? You ever notice someone in a gym or someone outside and you're like, yo, this guy is fit as fuck. But they're old, you're like, damn.
How old you talking?
Like, you definitely look like they're 60s or they're.
Like they got like white gray hair or
But
like
and they're still ripped. Remember that one? Okay, do you remember this one guy that was in Buffalo Gym? Remember back when we used to go to Catalyst? He's like on the older side, but he's really big.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yo.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that guy's
Yeah.
probably like 50, 60s at least, bro.
Yeah, he looks so fucking yoked for his age. I was like, damn.
I want to be like that when I'm old, yo.
Yo, he's like, yo, I don't know. This guy is a gym bro for like his entire life. At that point,
He probably an athlete back then too.
OD. And it was funny too. When you're that yoked, when you're that fit, it makes you look younger. Now that's the catch.
Like you walk with your chest higher, like you walk like you got more confidence in you.
Yeah, that is not easy. I'm sure like they definitely worked out their entire life to get there. It's actually crazy to think about. Someone is that fit at that age. You know who's like that too? There's Arnold's actually pretty fit for his age.
Really? Actually,
Arnold's in the 70s. He still lifts and stuff.
I didn't know you're 70. That's crazy.
Yeah, Arnold's pretty old. That's how you know he's actually gonna be in a Santa Claus movie.
What?
Yeah, he's playing Santa Claus. Yeah,
That's crazy. With that accent, yo, it's gonna hit.
Imagine it's like, hi, what do you want today? It's like, oh my god, I can't imagine a Terminator Santa Claus. This is gonna be a fun one. How would that look like? I wonder.
Wait, he's still like big. I haven't seen like a
No, he's
picture
not
of him.
big, but he's fit. He's fit. Yeah, he's off the
Like more fit than like an average 70-year-old.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Someone that's sedentary 70 versus someone's fit that's 70. Ooh, night and day. They move differently. They get up from a chair differently.
Yo,
They don't use no canes. They walk normally. Like they well, not normally, but they walk better, and they look better too. It's crazy how longevity plays in fitness when you do that for that long.
yeah.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? That is the very interesting take.
70 years old and being able to be that fit. Now that's pretty crazy. Cause my grandparents on my mom's side, I think there's like late 60s now, early 70s. My grandma's like struggling to walk. So like being able to be that fit, like it's crazy. I don't think there are that many fit people at that age.
No, yeah, no, dude, that's true. You ever hear stories of people that are older and they're like, yo, back in my days, I used to lift X amount of weight. I used to, run, blah, blah, blah,
That's like
blah.
the typical old guy at the gym. Yo,
That's
back in
true.
my days, they always start with that.
That is true. What I'm trying to get at is that through their life, there's some injuries that happen and they just completely stop doing the things that they're doing. And from there, it just kind of goes downhill a little bit. So my interesting perspective on that is like, how does one actually like get back to doing the stuff that they were doing before and stay fit for that long? It's actually like one of the things that are fascinating in my opinion.
Like, what are some common things that would happen in like one's life that would like stop them from being able to do the things that they used to be doing? Like, what do you mean by that?
Life happens, you have kids, you got responsibilities, got injuries, like maybe it's like a chronic injury that you just can't get out of. Um, Stress, when you have like work and we have families to take care of, you start to neglect all of these other things.
Like different priorities and stuff.
Priorities changes when you have families, and it's just so hard for a lot of people. And that is one of the hardest part about people that are coming out of school and working is that how do you do and balance the stuff that that you do that you love, and also like prioritizing your own health and like work and your family and all of those things.
That's actually
Yeah.
a great question because I feel like for a lot of people in like their mid late 20s, like after college, that's not the first thing that comes to mind. Like their fitness and their health. Like when you're in your 20s, most of the time you don't have health problems. Most of the time, like that's like the last thing you're thinking of. Like the things that you got on your mind is probably like trying to find your future partner, or maybe that's like settling in your career, like making moves in your life. Like the last thing you're thinking of is, yo, let me be that fit, jacked 70-year-old walking around the gym, yo.
You ain't gonna think about that when you're 25, 20,
No.
29, 25, 29. You're not gonna work out. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be yoked when I'm 70.
No.
Ain't no, you're not gonna think
That's
about
the
that.
last thing that's on your mind.
You might think about what you're gonna put on your Tinder profile, but that's about it.
That is, yo. That is.
Let me take a flick real quick, you know. Just,
That pump check real quick, yo.
that's like, yeah, exactly. So the priority is different at that age, and I just go back to like the idea that you have to, you know, even with all the things that's happening, you have to like make the time to take the steps and build in these habits so that you can actually be, you know, better at an older age. You know, it
Yeah.
goes a long way.
I feel like for a lot of people, like something happens in their life that has them make like a realization that like, yo, I need to do something about my fitness and my health.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
Uh-huh.
that is going through an injury in your 20s. Maybe let's say that like one day you go play ball with your boys, or one day you decide to go play soccer, or who knows, going on some crazy adventure and do a Spartan race out of nowhere.
Rock climbing.
And then-
stuff. Yeah.
Obviously, knock on wood, like I don't want this to happen to anyone, but like let's say, hey, you injure yourself. Maybe it's like your knee, your ankle, your back, your shoulder, and you're like, damn, like I'm 20 something right now, and I'm going through this.
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna happen when I'm 50? What's gonna happen when I'm 60? What's gonna happen when I'm 70?
It's a psychological game at that point.
Yeah, and you're like, shit, like, I need to bulletproof my body now,
Mm-hmm.
so that when I'm older, I don't have to be going through something similar to this.
Yeah. Yeah. That is so true. Yeah. Wait, go back to your grandparents. What were you saying about their, like the way that they walk and stuff? Can you dive into that a little bit more?
Yo, this is actually one of the reasons why I started running back then. Like, you know, back then I hated running.
Oh, you
Like,
were-
that's the last thing I'm doing, bro.
You ain't doing no cardio. Yeah.
As a power lifter, that's the last thing I'm doing.
You didn't do no cardio. I remember you used to
Uh-uh.
be like, bro, what are you doing? So yeah, I'm gonna go do a 15-minute cardio.
We would used to go to Alumni, which is the gym in Buffalo.
Shout out to alumni.
Good memories, good memories. Yeah, we used to go to the gym at like 5 p.m. after class, and that's like our time to put in work at the gym. This guy goes straight upstairs and runs like a couple of laps before his workout.
Yeah, just to get the blood going.
I'm like, I ain't trying to waste my energy because I'm trying to be able to squat a squat PR right now.
You were hitting the weights. By the time I was down here, you already like hitting like 3-4 plates.
And he's like, yo, come run with me. I'm like, that's the last thing I want to do right now. But yeah, back to the story of like my grandparents. So my grandma, this was like probably 20, 30 years ago. I probably wasn't even born yet. Basically what happened was, it was like a snowy day. And she was outside and she fell. Like her
Oh, no.
knee literally hit. You know
Oh
that,
my God.
you know the fucking, what are those circle steel things that are around the potholes? No, not
She
potholes.
bang
but-
her knee on the pothole.
Is that what it's called? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Like the
that's,
Con Edison bullshit.
no, like that
the-
steel plate on the floor. Is it
Steel
the Con
plate.
Edison shit?
It's like the Ninja Turtle.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
go-
yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that Ninja Turtle goes in. Yeah, that one. Yeah. She banged her knee on that.
I'm not laughing at my grandma, but yeah, she fell and she banged her knee on that.
Oh my God. Oh
And
my
mind
God.
you, like she's on. I'm not saying she's overweight, but like, she's a little bit on the bigger side. And I know that ever since that incident, like she hasn't been able to walk again. Like,
Oh, no way.
The same. Like
Oh, that's
whenever she walks, she's like stumbling.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
And
Did
I'm
she
like-
fracture her kneecap?
Yeah, she had like multiple surgeries on it.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, dude, every time I see her and seeing how she walks, I'm just like, damn. Like, that's tough. No matter how old you are, like, you gotta walk for the rest of your life. Like, no matter who you are, where you are, or whatever occupation you got, you still gotta be able to use your 2 feet and walk. That's like a human non-negotiable that you gotta be able to do.
Honestly, I was going to say human. Walking is a privilege when you get to a certain age.
Literally.
People don't.
Literally.
People take walking for granted. I'm gonna say it again. Walking is a privilege until you reach a certain age because you take those for granted
Yeah.
until you have to get up and you have to like, damn, I have to take one step at a time. And as a PT, like I remember when I was working in a hospital and working in like with the neurologic population, walking is such a huge focus because for those people, it's their entire session
Yo.
just working, breaking down the steps.
Like they gotta learn
know?
how to be able to walk again. Like
It's
that's
insane.
crazy.
Yeah, it's insane, but it's also like one of those things that are that we take for granted,
Yeah.
and then we're like when we get there like, oh fuck, we have to do what? Man, I used to do this with ease back in the days, and now I have to.
Yo.
Now my heart rate is at 120 when I'm taking that step when I'm getting up from a chair.
I can't
Crazy.
even imagine that.
We can't. You don't understand it until you go through it. You're gonna
Yo.
be like, fuck. It's like
Yo.
for them, it's like running a marathon. Yeah.
Yo.
It's like
Just to
the
be
idea.
able to get to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Or just to get out of your seat to go grab like a cup of water.
I got an even crazier story for you.
Well,
So my grandma from my mom's side, she's now bedridden because she basically she fell, but she fractured her femur.
dang.
And we tried to get her to walk and like take steps, but it was just too much, and she'd rather not do it just because there's just a lot of pain and there's a saying how if you don't use it you lose it. It's the same idea when you get older. If you don't use those legs, you're gonna lose muscle mass.
And it's probably more
Yeah.
difficult to train your body and your brain to do these things again as you get older too.
Oh, it's so hard for her. She's basically just laying in her bed and just
Damn.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, man, it's bad. Yeah. So some of my aunts have to go and feed her. She's now in like a nursing home. She's
Yo.
just, chilling in bed. Like she's still awake. She's still energized. Like she's still able to talk and whatnot. But it's just her body just, are so conditioned that even doing like bed stuff, like turning, sitting up,
Damn.
it's a challenge at that point. Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't even imagine that, especially as someone that has like massive goals for myself. And one of the things that motivates me in life is being able to do cool, dope shit and new experiences.
And imagine able to do that at an older age.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine, like, when you're 70, you can still go on hike? Like, obviously, like...
And you have time to.
Yeah.
When you're retired, too.
Yeah, you can go on hikes, you can go on long walks, you can...
You'll be training your grandchildren.
you imagine being able to bend down and pick up your grandchildren. Like, that is privilege, like, right there. Like,
That is actually privilege.
like, imagine you can't even, like, kneel down and, like, play with your grandkids. Like, that... Like, I don't know what to say. Like, you think it's like, oh, it's like whatever, you just bend down. But no, for them, it's like a whole nother level. Like, you gotta flex the hips. You gotta, them hips gonna give out if you don't have that mobility.
Yo.
You better stretch.
Yo. And the worst part is, like, when you have these injuries and, like, your life literally changes when that happens. Like, yo, my grandma, like, she continues to gain weight because her activity isn't as high anymore.
Oh yeah, you just your life, your sedentary activity just
So it gets even more
Shifts.
difficult for her to even walk. So it's like, what are we supposed to do now?
and you think being couch potato is hard? Imagine being a couch potato at that age after an injury. Oh man, that's a whole nother level. Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. That was one of my major motivations. Like when I was like super deep into running.
Oh okay.
Like when I did my first half marathon, I'm like, yo, I'm doing this for grandma. Like
Aw.
this is a privilege to be able to take another step. Like as much as it sucks having to run 13 something miles, yo, a full marathon is 26 miles. Props to those who do like a full actual marathon. Like that's insane. You're running like 6-7 hours just nonstop.
Oh yeah.
Like no matter how much it sucks, it ain't gonna suck as much as not being able to walk or take another step.
Yeah, yeah. And it all goes back to the small habits that you build one on top of another when you're young.
Yo.
It's so easy to get lost in the sauce in the
Yo.
world of hustling and bustling
Yo.
that you just sometimes you just need to take time and take care of your body. Even if it's just one time a week, if you're just working out just once a week, just do once a week. Yeah, but just remember a little goes a long way, and
100%.
it shows in the people that I work with. There's a guy that I work with. He's like 64, and he's yoked, yo.
Like yoked, like
Like he looked exactly like the guy we met in Buffalo.
Like-
I've got to tell you about
like
this.
like arms hugging, like veins popping.
Like he big. Like he big. Like when he has a quarter zip on, you can see his triceps through his quarter zip.
Damn, that's goals right there. Yo.
Yeah, he's like, I mean, he has arthritis in his shoulder, but again, like it's fine. Like he's able to lift and all that. I'm able to help him, like gain some mobility back. So he's honestly, like that is admirable. Like that is so
Yo.
cool.
Like at
Yeah.
that point, it's not even just about the aesthetics. Like looking good, that's just a byproduct.
No, he
of
just
you.
built different. Yeah, no, he just built different. Yeah.
Like at that age, looking that good is not even like your main goal. Like
Yeah.
it's just a byproduct of you putting in the work on your body. Like for them, I'm pretty sure they value being able to be functional and be able to have energy and being able to do things like they were when they were 18.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a privilege. They're like, yeah, I'm still benching like X amount of weight. I'm sure he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still benching these weights after all these years.
Yo,
So
this is why you don't just see me just doing squat, bench, deadlift at the gym anymore.
yeah.
Like, yeah, like you're strong as fuck with that, but like outside of the gym, like that really doesn't translate to anything. So can't even run,
You
bro.
can push a door, but that's about it.
That ass.
You bench 355. Let's push open a heavy door. Let's do it.
That ass. That
Yeah,
ass.
you gotta be able to be mobile too. And one of the things that people people forget is you lose some of the small things as you age. Your balance, your mobility, your coordination. All of those kind of just takes a deep dive after a certain age. Man, that's why falls are so frequent in older populations, and it's such a huge problem in the older population that they have to train your body again to be for safety. You know how many times people fall in showers? It's crazy, man.
Damn, I don't want to even imagine that. That's scary, bro.
You think falling in the shower is funny when you're 15 or when you're I bust my ass, yo. You know what I'm talking about? You probably have one of those. Like you take a wrong step, you boom. You just
that's definitely happened to me before.
yo. You like oh fuck. You're like damn that shit hurt. Can you just imagine 60 years older doing the same thing? It ain't funny at that point.
No.
You I don't even know how you're gonna be like. That's another part too. You're not gonna be able to call for help if you can't move. You gotta remember that.
Damn, I never even thought of that. You can't even ask for help.
You can't even have some help. That's a scary part. Like imagine. You
And
have-
let's say that no one's
yeah.
home.
Oh, it's over. Yeah, that's the scary part. Yeah,
Damn, bro.
yeah. No one knows unless you have someone home or if people heard you and think, what the fuck happened? And then someone care enough to go up and say, yo, you good? And then boom, and they
Yo.
found. But again, like that is the scary part. It's like falls and stuff.
Yo.
Like slippery, like snow days and stuff like that. It's,
Yo.
it's so scary.
So if
So
you're
scary.
if you're watching this episode, if you're listening to this podcast episode, let this have you like let's normalize not having to wait till something bad happens or us having to like experience maybe like a friend or a family member have to go through something for us to start taking action.
Start now. Start now. Yeah.
So what is one thing that you can do today? Doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'm not telling you to go do some crazy squat exercise or any of that. But what's one small thing that you can do today to help bulletproof your body? So that this way, when you're 70, I'm not saying you have to look like that jacked.
Oh,
person
my
that-
one of my client, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
like super jacked.
I'm
bro.
not saying you have
Yeah.
to be looking like that when you're like 60, 70, but
Yeah.
being able to walk, being able to do your simple day-to-day things.
At that age, it's a privilege, and the small steps starts now. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna start doing. I have one thing I haven't been doing a lot. I gotta start stretching my shoulders, cause my posture's a shit now. I have to start stretching and cause I feel like my posture is just slowly taken over by gravity. So I have to start stretching my shoulders a little bit more.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. I stretch But the thing is, I spend so much time sitting on my chair that like I gotta stretch even more.
Oh yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, yeah, it's true. So everybody got something to do, but yeah, let this be like a shift in the perspective for you guys, and see like what are things that you can do now today. Like one thing. That's all. That's all you need to do. Maybe you just go for a walk. That's as simple as that. But yeah,
And the more you do it, the easier it gets, and the more it compounds over time. One rep, one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year at a time.